Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 7 of Shoe Booty Sports. We don't have a name for this one yet, but we'll get it as we go. Or maybe it'll be this one. How about them Rams?
How about them
Everybody,
Rams?
everybody thought this is the team to beat, right? After all the moves they've made, Von Miller, then we get Beckham. And it turned out that's more of a necessity after the Robert Woods injury.
Mm-hmm.
But not what we were all thinking, or at least most of us were thinking is going to happen against the 49ers. So, and it was pretty much bad from the get-go. And they just could not get it together. 49ers were pretty well clicking. Running the ball, which any Garoppolo team is going to do well when they can run the ball. Or any team is going to do better.
Team.
Yeah, any team is going to do better when you can run the football. But when it's somebody like Garoppolo back there, they're going to benefit the most when you can run the football. And that's what they did pretty much all over LA. And Rams offensively just could not get it together. Couldn't get it together defensively either. What I saw of Von Miller was on the sidelines, like with his hands on his hips. That's pretty much that was all I saw of Von Miller all game. And yeah, so you didn't see hardly any of the game,
I
right?
can't
By the
talk
time
much
you
about the
tuned in,
game. Yeah.
well, by the time you tuned in, it was over, which was like the second half.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty good about tuning in to whenever the games aren't anything. But yeah, good thing came out of it. I got to finish a book, so hey, I got that going for me.
Finished the book.
I finished that book. Yeah.
Okay. I
have
not
pretty big words, so I feel smarter.
Well, give me a big word. It was a Norm Macdonald.
I'm just talking about the print. It was big.
Okay. All right.
It was
okay.
Made it a little bit easier on me. So
all right, I can't do a book that just has big words and.
No, it didn't have. I'm just
the writer just tries.
It was good. No.
The writer just tries to impress people with his or her vocabulary.
The Norm Macdonald book was pretty dang good. It was pretty dang funny too.
Right, I'm sure it was.
Definitely recommend. 3 thumbs up for sure for me.
The guy was a genius. I mean, he was a comedic genius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't do much reading, but if I were to read, it would be something like that. But
yeah, that was the first book I've read in at least a week. It's been a while. Yeah. I don't want to admit how long it's been.
It's been a long time for me, and I don't want to say what the last book I read was. But is that where I have to say now what the book was?
Yeah, I don't care.
Don't care. Oh, okay, cool.
Wait, where's Frosty?
We've been over this, haven't we? Well, this isn't a can.
No, you had it in the koozie last time.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I did. I did bring the koozie up, but I don't know what the hell I did with it. So it's but it's only 16 ounce, or it won't last as long. But anyway, so the Rams, not what we were expecting.
Not looking like the same team.
The Browns would have been looking like they were on the smart end of that one had they not, crapped the bed. I don't even remember who they played. But
Baker's practically in a wheelchair at this point out there, still slinging them. I mean, he's pretty dang beat up.
Yeah, he is.
They got curb stomped by the Patriots. That's who they played.
That's who it was.
I mean, we knew it was going to be, we knew Baker would have it cut out for him just because, his Belichick. But yeah, that was not even close. That was bad. That's bad news for everybody.
Mac Jones is looking better every week.
Yeah.
Just looking like by far the best rookie quarterback of any, and obviously he's on the better team, but you can say that about a lot of situations. I mean, where's Patrick Mahomes got drafted to a pretty good team.
Yeah.
Had he gotten taken number 1, who was it that year? Was it Baker? Were they in the same class? No, that was Trubisky. That was Trubisky.
Yeah, it was the Bears. Of course, it was the Bears.
Yeah, it's even worse. Yeah, it was not number 1, but number 2. Oh, yeah, the Bears take Trubisky, and we know how that turned out.
The Bears.
But Yeah, a lot of it is where you end up, but
Oh,
yeah, Mac Jones is looking like the best rookie quarterback right now.
for sure.
He's getting it together. The Jags are getting it together. They're competitive. They're just not winning.
Still don't like Urban, but yeah, they get a little bit closer every week.
Yeah,
Hell, they've actually won. They've done more than I thought they would. They've won
I
a
say,
game.
yeah, you can like not like the guy for sure, but the dude can coach football.
No,
And like what they did with the Dolphins, just out, just completely the better coach, the superior coach was on the Jacksonville sideline.
mhm.
And Miami, who knows what they're doing at quarterback. I hear Tua is playing this week, so but it was like
Hey, he did pretty good whenever he came in the
yeah,
second half.
that was the Thursday night game. Yeah, it was I did watch that.
Oh, that killed me, dude. Freaking somehow, man, Lamar got outscored by his tight end, and I lost that game by like 2.5 points in fantasy.
I say it was
It was
I got throttled in fantasy. I've all but given up. I did pick up somebody in place of Adrian Peterson today. Maybe the other
who
running back.
who's somebody play for?
Who are we talking about? Oh,
You
the Titans. That number 7, Foreman, Deontay Foreman, something like that. I don't know. He was getting the ball the most, and that's pretty
uh,
much all that
yeah.
was left that I had. And I don't have anything to lose, so I dropped Adrian Peterson and went with the number 7 for the Titans.
I wish they had let me
That's
play
how the
Cam Newton
season's
at.
going.
Yeah, I wish they'd let me play Cam Newton at running back. That'd have been pretty clutch for me last week. But
I do have Cordero Patterson, that I
yeah, I had
can
him
play at
too,
running
and
back.
he kind of screwed me over last week. I think he got hurt, but yeah,
Well,
a
my
little getting
team is
tough.
awful. I think I'm now 3-7 on the year, so playoffs
I
are done.
dude, I think I'm 500 across the board in all 3 leagues. I think in one league I might be 6-4. But yeah, it's weird. But in 2 of the leagues to get to 500, hell, I went on a 3 or 4 game winning streak. So I've been pretty hot here lately.
Yeah, I think I played some pretty bad teams down the stretch, but my team's pretty bad too. So we'll see how it goes. Might get competitive. But well, yeah, talking about Cam, comes in, throws a touchdown, runs for 1. Just cool to see Cam back there. To me,
Yeah, it's
anyway.
pretty sweet. Yeah. Hell, you think he'll start this Sunday? Hell, the other guy did pretty good
Yeah.
back there, right? I mean, yeah, why would you? You just
Why
gonna
would you?
bring him
Why
in as
would you
special
not?
packages?
Yeah. Why would you not start? I would start him. Just say, what do they got to lose? They blew through all this money to find Cam's replacement just to bring Cam back. So
But not only Cam's replacement, it's his replacement's
yeah,
replacement of a
yeah,
replacement. Like it's
plural replacements,
replacement inception.
replacements 2, not Keanu Reeves in this one. Or maybe they'll give Shane Falco, or maybe they gave Shane Falco a tryout in between them.
Oh man.
Dig scars. That was an underrated movie.
Did you watch that movie over the weekend or something?
No, I didn't. I just remember that. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
it was a good flick. It was an underrated flick.
I liked it whenever it came out. I mean,
He was a lefty, right? I want to say Shane Falco is a lefty.
have no idea. Probably.
I feel like we need to fact check that. Let's see what Siri says about it. Was Shane Falco a lefty? Instead, what's brought up is Hewlett Packard Enterprise of Houston.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Siri.
All right, so it's been a while
Cool.
since the replacements has come out, obviously. So yeah, moving on. I suppose I'll give it a Google later, probably. And we'll maybe touch on it, or I'll probably forget it and we'll never talk about it again. But it would be cool to see Cam come back and do some damage And it's just, I don't know, the league's more fun with Cam in it and playing well. Anything that makes the game more fun, I'm for. I'm pro celebration. I'm pro, and a lot of people are like, he does that too long. I'm like, who gives a shit? You know,
Yeah.
it's a game, and I kind of like that it makes them a little salty about it. I just like that Cam would score, do his dance, like get shoved or something, and he would continue to dance. Like it wouldn't even like phase his rhythm. I basically became a Cam fan after that. Plus, he's just fun to watch play the game, just the way he can do, just the stuff he can do or could do. You know,
So you
he's
think
not. Go
think you can
ahead.
take them to the playoffs?
I don't know where are they even. Where are they even
That's six.
sitting in the standings?
Let's see. They are.
You got to get McCaffrey back. You got to get him going because Hubbard just isn't. It's
They're
not the same.
they're sitting at 5-5 and sitting at third in the NFC South.
Well, then, yeah. I mean, because it's a 17 game season now. They play forever. 17 sounds like a lot. It just sounds
Yeah.
like a lot more than 16 when it comes to a football games. Like there are 17 games now. There's gonna be so many people hurt and just limping into the playoffs. Gosh, man. Brady hated it, of course. You know, he called. I mean, what? Who would? I mean, who would enjoy it? But
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's possible. I mean, we'll see. I mean, we're sitting here hyping him up, you know, or I am.
It should
And
be a good matchup this weekend. They get their old coach, playing the football team at Washington. So,
is that a good matchup though? Because he knows all their weaknesses. I mean, he's going to know all of Cam's weaknesses. It's not like Rivera can't coach. I mean, he's a good coach, just not on a great team.
Oh yeah, I never said he wasn't a good coach.
I know that. I'm just reiterating that he is, or iterating, not even re.
Oh man.
I'm just iterating it.
Hey, they're both on a 1-game winning streak, so watch out now.
Yeah, and
I
Taylor
think
Heineke's
it's a good story.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke kind of reminds me of like the really good intramural quarterback that got a shot. You know what I mean? It's like you can't you root for the guy just because he can do some cool stuff out there, but he's also not just like very physically gifted, at least in comparison to everybody else on there. You know, any other quarterback. But to me, that's what he comes off comes off across as skill wise. Have you seen much of him this year?
I have not got to watch a lot of Washington play this season.
I saw him play like Dallas, and that was where I got the comparison.
Man, speaking of Dallas, man, I bet their fans are riding high after that curb stomping this week.
Yeah, they came back to life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they were just they had a game like the West Canaan Coyotes did.
Or had a game like first week, with the Packers. I mean, everybody's gonna have those bad days at work, I guess. But dude, I was this freaking close to starting both Dak and CD in my daily fantasy lineup. I was like, nah, I'll just go with Brady and Godwin. And dude, the first update I see of Sunday on the bottom ticker is Tom Brady, 2 interceptions. I'm just like, God, son of a man, dude.
Yeah, you
You
whipped
gotta
on
be
that
kidding
one.
me. Yeah. I know how to pick them, dude. Let me tell you.
Hang on, you weren't even like a little bit impressed with my West Canaan Coyotes reference.
I was just a little bit.
Okay, you know who the West Canaan Coyotes are?
No.
Yeah, I was like, you don't remember this. That was Varsity Blues. That was
Yeah, I was like, I know West Canaan, but I was like, I cannot recall what it was.
yeah, Mox was the quarterback.
Or did you watch that movie over the weekend?
I did not.
Just have a football movie marathon.
I've got a good memory about some weird stuff. But yeah, remember they had that night where they went out to the strip club and saw their teacher and got hammered drunk.
I remember all the movie.
Yeah, and they blew it and just played like crap the next game, and then I don't know, they just showed up the rest of the year. Maybe that was Dallas.
I think the only like I'm not sure if that's a real high school or not. It may be, but the only, I guess
It is in our
fictional,
hearts.
yeah, I guess the only fictional football team I'm aware of or can remember is the SCLSU Mud Dogs. That's yeah, that's probably
That's
the best.
college though. We haven't even gotten to college
I
football
just
yet.
said, oh, okay, well,
Yeah, we haven't even
my
touched on that yet.
I'm getting my fictional schools mixed up
Is it
here,
South Central Louisiana State University? Is that what it was?
huh?
Is it South Central Louisiana State University?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Mud Dogs, right?
Mud Dogs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of other football fictional movies, what were your thoughts on Any Given Sunday?
Man, I remember being I don't dude, I didn't watch it until I don't know.
I
I think
wasn't a fan.
I wasn't a fan. It's like I remember like halfway watching it whenever it came out and not being too impressed. I'm like, whatever. I just chalked up as to me, not paying attention. But dude, I watched it like it came on TV in the last month, and I sit there and watched all of that steaming pile of garbage. It was terrible, dude.
Yeah, like it was not a good movie.
No,
Like,
it was not. I was just like, how bad can this be? And oh man, it just can't. Yeah, a, a quarterback that throws up every time in the huddle, like I don't get it. And
it was too.
Jamie Foxx doesn't strike me as a QB type, but yeah, just the whole, hey, we're just gonna look at he's focusing on his eyes real fast, and that's the whole football action pretty much.
I kind of
Yeah,
like Jamie Foxx as the up and coming, you know, athletic quarterback. I thought
it
it kind of. I
it
like
just
the
seemed like the
roles.
lingo was just forced. Like
It
I don't
just
know, I
wasn't a
didn't.
good story or anything to me. It was a they call the championship the Pantheon Cup. Like it's just some dumb. I
And
don't know.
there's some,
Just didn't
yeah,
like it.
and just like in any football movie, the professional names are pretty damn cheesy. That one had some bad ones, right?
Yeah, I did kind of like the shark helmet though.
The
That was
Sharks, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that was a pretty cool helmet. It's black and all that.
Gee, I wonder what that was a play on. The old Dolphins are like, yeah, they've got Dolphins. We'll do Sharks. We'll do Sharks in our movie.
Okay, I was like, what was it a play on?
Yeah,
They're
it's
not this. They're not the same. One's a mammal.
yeah.
Yeah, they're completely different beings.
One of them hunts in packs. One of them hunts solo.
I
You
don't
know
even. I
this.
mean, they are both like in.
Or pods. One of them hunts in pods. Excuse me.
Well, they're both in like Hollywood. You know, there's movies and shows about them. So
Yes.
I guess I could see.
Jaws,
I
Flipper,
guess you can
Jaws 2,
get that
Flipper
comparison.
Flipper, and Sequest, whatever that dolphin's name was. You remember Sequest?
I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
I don't know what
I
Sequest
I
is.
don't even think it's a real. I think I'm thinking of
I
man.
don't
What
even know
was?
what that is. I wasn't a big
Dang it!
like.
I
I wasn't
don't
a
even know.
big.
I think it was Sequest. It was some cheesy show that lasted for like 2 seasons,
I
and it was all
wasn't
on a
big
submarine.
on
Some
movies about fish.
Well, this was like some futuristic military submarine. It's like Star Trek, but basically under the water. That's why it only lasted like 2 seasons.
Okay.
Barry watched that kind of stuff, so so we watched
Yeah.
it.
Right on. I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, cool.
Yeah. Barry's is Bradley's dad. Everyone, just FYI. But yeah. So we've touched on some football movies and movies with fish and mammals, swimming mammals.
Free Willy, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was. I
Okay.
don't know. They were all a little too heartwarming for me.
Yeah, we were like freaking. Yeah, yeah, we were young whenever that movie came out.
Yeah, like there's because always the storyline is like the thing's gonna die. We got to save it, and I feel bad because it's
The,
gonna die, and I'm like,
the best thing to come out of Free Willy was the fact that you could now yell at a fat person, "Free Willy!" I mean, that's what I'm
yeah,
like. That's what I took out of it as a kid.
yeah, yeah. And I remember the end with him jumping over. some barrier or something, right? And then
Rocks.
Michael Jackson singing something at the end.
I mean, sounds like a hit for early '90s to me.
I
Man,
mean,
sounds
well,
like gold.
it was. So right
Wait a minute,
on.
you got a little kid, a well, and Michael Jackson. Hell yeah!
It just screams.
And now it doesn't sound the same. It's like, wait,
No.
you had Michael Jackson, a kid, and a well. What happened, son?
Yeah. that's for I don't know. I'd say it's for another podcast, but what the hell? Sounds like it's right up our alley. But
Uh,
so Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson did come back this week.
yeah, one of them fared better than the other.
Yeah, I mean wasn't a very entertaining game at all.
No,
It was
neither one of
close,
them.
but I don't know. It looks like Russell Wilson's just done with Seattle, does it not?
Yeah, because
He just
that looks more. Yeah, it's like, man, yeah, that's more than just a finger being injured. Like,
I could see
same.
him. I could see him.
Where would he go? Where do you think he would even go?
I mean, he's gonna have some suitors.
What do you think?
I mean,
Sam? Well, no.
I don't have a clue where he'll end up. I think San Francisco's all in on Trey Lance.
Yeah, I was about to toss him out, but I was like, no, they just got Lance. I know they're about tired of.
Now you
They
could
got to be
always
about
change your
tired of
mind.
Garoppolo.
You could pull the Cardinals and be like, okay, Rosen's clearly not the guy. Let's go somewhere else. And then they go get Kyler Murray. If you have a chance to get Russell Wilson, that's a clear upgrade. I don't know what Trey Lance can do, but I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. Or maybe he is. I don't know. But I know for sure Russell Wilson's a Hall of Famer. And yeah, he's going to get to go where he wants, within reason. So, but I think he's done with Seattle. And this is probably it for Rodgers too in Green Bay. So I don't know. It's a weird little matchup. Two quarterbacks that probably aren't going to be there next year. Both won Super Bowls with their teams.
I don't know. I kind of feel like if it goes good, I kind of feel like if it goes good, Immunize is still going to be there. I think he's going to stay with Green Bay.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Because now, I don't know. Right now, I'd be like, well, just keep Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
Well, yeah, that's what they would want to do, I'm sure. But is Aaron Rodgers going to do it? That's the only thing. He's a difficult cat, man. I mean, he is
apparently he is
difficult cat. He's an extremely talented top 5 ever quarterback, and just a difficult dude. I mean, he's not the easiest guy to get along with. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens though. But the hell of a football player. But I mean, that's the thing. It's like Russell Wilson. Gosh, it's going to be an interesting offseason. And that's the thing with the Browns and Baker. It's like I wouldn't pay Baker what he's going to be asking. Not when you have those other options available.
No.
And the Browns aren't a bad team. They've got a pretty solid defense.
Yeah, I guess they are trying to restructure it, aren't they?
Well, he's still on that rookie one, right? He hasn't gotten the new one yet. And no. I'm not going to pay him $30 million a year.
He's making plenty of money with
that.
Yeah, with whatever he's pushing.
With his 10,000 endorsements. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for the guy.
I don't know who pushes more endorsements, him or Brett Favre.
Oh, it's Baker.
I don't know, man. I was gonna say it's definitely Brett Favre.
Oh, it's Baker. I see Baker on every commercial. I see him on every freaking commercial. I don't see Favre that often. What's he on besides Copperfit?
Copperfit, and I seen him on
there was like a shaving one, and
I thought he was on like a.
But what else is Brett gonna do? He can only sit at the house and run so many triathlons.
Apparently, just team up with Jerry Rice and beat the crap out of other middle-aged men and touch football. I don't
They
know.
both look really, really damn good though for their
Oh,
age.
yeah.
I mean, I guess when you're a world class athlete, yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, they both still look like they can do it, and I mean, it can't take another hit, I'm sure. But I mean, Rice did play forever,
Yeah.
so
He did.
I mean, he's basically he's Jerry Rice. I was going to say he's the Emmitt Smith of receivers, but I mean, maybe Emmitt
He-
Smith is the Jerry Rice of running backs, But where do you rank Rice all time amongst receivers? Do you have him at one?
Yeah, man. I'd say with the rings, yeah, you'd have to put him above who I would call one. But
I don't
and
have him
my
at
top
one,
two,
but
and
it
my yeah, I would, dude. It would, man. I don't know. In the heyday, I would much rather throw it down to either Moss or Megatron.
yeah, forget about Calvin Johnson.
I mean, those two, man. It's hard to, in my mind, it's hard to beat them. And I know there's other two that, I mean, there's others that you can make the same argument with. It's, but yeah, it's a fine line once you start splitting hairs.
Okay, let's do this here. I just stepped on my cord like a genius, so tried to rip it out of my ear real quick. The longest earphones ever. But okay, let's do this here. Let's say who's your all-time quarterback, running back, receiver, and tight end. You can only pick one to go to war with.
Okay. Yeah. Two of them are
Who you
easy.
going with?
Two of them are easy. I would say tight end. I'm going with Kelsey. I'm definitely going with
Kelsey all time?
You're saying I'm picking my damn team. Just let me
Okay,
finish.
I'm just like all
I'm
time.
saying Kelsey. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and stick Kelsey, and I got to go with Emmitt Smith for my running back. Quarterback. I don't know. Let's go ahead and do the receiver. I'll just do. Man, I'm gonna go with Moss, and for my quarterback, man, Peyton.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I want to do Brady, but man, Peyton.
Yeah, like when they were both in their prime, you could argue
I'm saying
Peyton was the better
prime. Yeah,
Peyton was the better quarterback.
yeah. If we're just in fantasy
Yeah, and
land,
that's what we're doing. That's what we're
that's
doing.
that's it.
All right.
What about
Well,
you? Yeah, any changes?
Tight end. I'm going Gronk.
Oh yeah,
I'm going Gronk. Prime Gronk is
Prime
uncoverable.
Gronk. Yeah, I forgot about Prime Gronk.
How could you forget about
I'm
Prime?
stupid
I mean,
sometimes.
he
I'm
has
stupid
been
the
out of the
majority
league,
of the
or
times. I know, man.
he's been out for a while, so it makes
I think
sense.
it's yeah.
Running back, I'm going Barry Sanders.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. Wide receiver, I'm going Randy Moss. I think he's just the most talented receiver to ever play the game. Quarterback's tough for me. Like I want to say Brady, just because I'm kind of taking the Michael Jordan thing into it. Like the biggest game. Think about the biggest game. Who do I want with the ball? Do you want Peyton? No, you don't. Peyton has like a losing playoff record.
That's true.
To me, it's either Brady or Elway. To me, it's one. To me, it's one of those two.
Ooh, yeah.
But I'm gonna go. People forget how great John Elway
Yeah, I was
was.
going to say,
All
so
he
many
could do.
flashbacks. Yeah, it just hit me of Elway.
And I mean, he could throw it over the mountains.
But you never said we were playing a playoff game, man. So,
Well, what like you've got your squad and you're going head to head with somebody.
I know, man. I'm just making my case for
Yeah.
Peyton.
Yeah. I mean, it's a solid pick. I mean, it's Peyton Manning. I mean, come on. I'm gonna go with Brady just because it's Tom freaking Brady. So Brady, Gronk, Barry Sanders, Moss. That's who I'm rolling with.
Yep.
So
Three of them used to be Patriots.
Peyton, Kelsey, Emmett. Who was the other one?
Moss.
Moss. Okay, that's right. All right. I mean, that's a pretty good group.
Yeah.
But anyway, just an interesting thing to think about, I think. Just stacking them all up all time greats and all that. It's been and see, that's the thing, like all these passing records are going to get broken just because of the way the game is played now.
And they keep on adding games.
Yeah, like how many yards would
And more clock stop. Yeah.
how long would Brett Favre have played if he, was around this current league? Brett Favre would have played till he was 50. Brett Favre can still throw. I mean, he had that thing with Gruden, the quarterback camp thing, and he was like throwing to people in the gym. And he's still just like throwing fastballs, just throwing darts and to these receivers. And Gruden's like, "You still got it, man." And Favre's like, "I mean, throwing has never been the problem. It's getting hit." He's like, "Throwing it ain't the problem. I can do that all day. Getting hit, that's the problem." But Favre played obviously in that just rough era that we grew up in and grew up loving, where you can hit the quarterback late, you can hit them high, you can hit them low. There was nothing was off
You can
limits
drive them
really.
into the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not this old up you accidentally touch their helmet. That's a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
can't do
fine.
that.
I'm fine with the changes just because most of them. But stuff like that is going to be the result of it. I mean, you got guys like Rivers and Roethlisberger who are both Hall of Famers, but they're, passing all these guys and their records and such. And I'm like, I can't say that those guys, people are going to, in 50 years, people are going to equate records to how good they were. They're going to be like, oh, well, he threw for more yards and touchdowns. He must be better than this guy. And I'm like, yeah, no. Like
No.
Rivers wasn't better than Elway, um, Roethlisberger wasn't better than Marino or whoever you want to say, But as far as just a pure passer, what are you making that look for?
Uh,
Are you like thinking about it? Like, I think he is.
now I'm listening to some in the background.
Okay. I was like, he's not better than Dan Marino.
I was gonna say that Joe Montana guy.
Yeah, but that's obvious though. That too. But not obvious that, but 4 rings kind of speaks for itself, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So what are we skipping in pro football? In the meantime, I'm going to check on
Probably a lot. I don't know. That's
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, the Matt White, he won't be starting this week, so
I would hope not. I saw Flacco's going to do that. When you throw 4 picks, that's going to happen. Bucks beat the Lakers, so Bucks are now 7-8. They improved to 7-8. Lakers dropped to 8-8.
wow. Just how everyone's seen it. For the Bucks, anyways.
So I didn't. Yeah, the Lakers. I'm not that surprised.
No,
I don't know that this thing with Westbrook is going to work. Westbrook's kind of become like Iverson. Just wherever he goes, like toward the end of his career, just the team just does the opposite of improve.
he's like the vampire. He just sucks the life out of him.
Kind of, and so I don't know. Like, it's not like Westbrook's a bad guy or anything. Just I don't know. He just doesn't. He should have never taken as many shots as Kevin Durant did in their heyday, and he did sometimes more. That's the LeBron wasn't on the floor tonight. Arkansas won, by the way. 13-point win over Northern Iowa, so I guess they got it together down the stretch. UCLA is ranked second, so I guess they're on their way back. And as I was looking at that, the NBA standings. That's what I was going to do. It's weird looking at it on this app. Okay, well, it would help if that got out of the way. It's like tap to learn more, and I can't do anything but tap because it's in the way. Okay, there you go. All right. Taking forever to
Giannis had 47. It's pretty good.
Yeah, he had 28 at the half, so guess who's sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference? One isn't surprising. I'm not surprised by one. You won't guess it. Washington and Chicago, both 10-4. Chicago, I'm not surprised with. They made a lot of moves in the offseason. They clearly got better. But Washington, I don't know a lot about that team, but Golden State, 12-2 in the West. Phoenix, 10-3. Steph is the obvious MVP right now. Averaging 28.7 a game, just past KD at 28.9. Chris Paul still doing his thing. Did you see his the highlight of his handle last night, just going through his own legs and taking it to the basket? Dude can still play, man.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
And Brooklyn's at 11-5, so I mean they're not far behind. I don't know. I think Durant is just almost more motivated than ever. I think Durant sees this as he wants to show. I mean, I'm not in the guy's head or anything. I obviously don't have him on speed dial, but I think he's probably got a little bit of, I want to show that I can win it all without the Warriors.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
And
yeah, whenever OBJ is weird, but whenever I found out he was going to the Rams, I was just like, yeah, it kind of feels like a KD move. Going to the front runners, but whatever. He signed a 1-year deal. So.
It was clearly what, but I think he wants to go where he can get the ball too. And Stafford is a clear improvement on Baker Mayfield. It's a little different, scenario.
I was just saying I had that feeling when it just hit me. I was like, oh, it sounds like a KD move.
Well, that's obviously what he was doing, although the Packers were his first choice from what people are saying.
Yeah.
But it's not working. It's not working out yet. I mean, they'll surely get it together. But Von Miller, what are you looking at over there? The fox come into the room?
No, it's cleaning lady.
Definitely. I don't know. Maybe she is a fox. It's the cleaning lady a fox. Can the cleaning lady hear me?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say. You're like, I don't feel comfortable answering that. We'll move on. we usually know what that means when he's not going to respond. But moving on. Okay, so football. Yeah, underwhelming Packers Seahawks game. Rams didn't look good at all against the Niners on Monday Night Football. What was the Sunday night game? Here we are. It's Wednesday now, ladies and gentlemen. So
that's a good question. What was the Sunday night game? Chiefs Raiders, right?
Yeah, Chiefs.
Just curb stomping them.
Everybody's like, Chiefs are back, and I'm like, I don't know. Like Mahomes had a lot of just over. I don't understand. This is what frustrates me about Patrick Mahomes. He just he just doesn't understand the concept seemingly of take what they're going to give you. Like, why do you have to just constantly just go for the home run? They
Yeah,
know that
it was
that's what
frustrating me because yeah.
they know that's what you want to do, so they're trying to take it away from you. So take what they're giving you.
Yeah, there's a couple of times he overlooked Kelsey. They were giving him like 5-6 yards, but no, he wanted to throw it 20 yards down the field. And I could have used one or two of those passes because I reiterate that I lost by 2 points this week in fantasy, and Kelsey is my tight end.
And he's
So
reiterating, not iterating. Just
I said reiterating.
I know
I mumbled.
I know you said reiterating. I said he's reiterating, not iterating. I wanted to sprinkle in iterating again. That was my little plug for it. So, but
Speaking
he
of plug,
actually yeah, that. But he actually did hit Kelsey quite a bit. But he also had a lot of long
oh yeah,
over. Yeah, Kelsey probably
Kelsey scored me plenty of points, but he could have had
could have
like
had
two
even
more
more
points. He could have had 2 more points.
or more. I mean, there were a lot of throws downfield that were just was too much. I'm like, what are you doing? That's the thing, and that's why they got blown out in the Super Bowl because they kept trying to chunk it downfield when he had guys in his face in 2 seconds. Like they're obviously coming hard. Take something. You got to get the ball out of your hands. Something quick.
But yeah, but at that point, he had faith that whatever he threw up was going to come down in his team's hand. From everything that had happened before.
How though? Because they didn't do anything in that game. At some point, it's got to
well,
click that hey, this isn't
I'm just saying
working.
throughout the season. Yeah, I'm just saying throughout the season. It's hard not to have that confidence. Your guy's not going to come down with it when he's been doing it for 17 weeks.
It's hard to have some
Or
confidence when
17
you're
plus.
on your back every
But
play
yeah,
too.
that too.
But I don't know. That's the one thing that frustrates me about Patrick Mahomes. It's like just take what they're giving you. Take what they're giving you, man.
How about the Bucks getting beat by the Washington football team? Who's seen that one
Yeah,
coming?
they're on a bit of
You
a
call
skid
it?
now. No, I
Yeah,
definitely didn't call that.
That's more than a skid, dude.
Well, that's they've lost 2 in a row, right?
Okay. All right, thank you.
You want
Yeah,
to share with us?
No, she was
No.
sharing that she was leaving,
Okay.
and I get to lock up.
You should have had her come in.
I don't think Margie wants to say anything. I think she's good.
Her name is Margie?
Yep.
No, it's my mom's name. My mom's not the cleaning lady.
Nope.
But she doesn't even clean her own house, but she get fired real quick. Love you, Marge. But you'd so get fired as a cleaning lady. But hey, so college.
And the tie. Did you say anything about the tie?
What's that?
Steelers lines.
What's there? Do we really even want to talk about it?
The Lions didn't lose.
Yeah.
Come on, they broke their losing streak.
It's such a bad game too. I watched the overtime for sure.
Oh, I didn't watch any of it.
Well, it was what
I would
you'd
have probably just
expect.
fell asleep. Yeah.
Well, Roethlisberger didn't play, because he had Rona, so they're out there with Mason Rudolph, and just don't look good. Don't get anything going. Lions looked like they'd have a couple chances, and they screwed it up. Gave it away. It's like they were trying to figure out who was. They were trying to. Each team was trying to give it away, and the other team was just trying to give it back. No, we don't want to win. You win, and it resulted in what it resulted in. But I can't say I excuse the Steelers for that. They're out there with Mason Rudolph, not Roethlisberger. Rudolph's the guy that got hit in the head with a helmet from Myles Garrett, right?
No, he's the one.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I was about to say no. He's the one who swung the helmet, but
no, he's definitely the one who got hit.
Yeah.
He's definitely
Yeah.
the one that got hit. But yeah, so that was the thing. I kind of excuse that just because your Hall of Fame quarterback's not out there. So pro football, you got a completely different team with a backup. That's why it was such a big deal when Dallas won with whoever the dude was that
Whatever
played.
his name was.
Yeah, like I can't even the guy who quarterbacks the local YMCA. 7-on-7
So, didn't it start with an N or something? Like,
maybe. Yeah, I don't remember, but I mean, he looked better that game than Dak did the following game when he came back. To be fair, so
yeah.
they should have started him that game too. I think he could, would have known that, but I mean, it was an interesting. It's always an interesting week in pro football, sports in general, but pro football especially these days. So, uh, yeah, Rams is hopefully Kyler will come back. From his ankle issue, he's not the same quarterback. If he can't run around, so
Was it?
hopefully he can come back. And
So who was this kid? Was it Cooper Rush or was it the Danucci?
it was Cooper Rush.
Yeah, I was thinking that Danucci kid, but he played in preseason.
Yeah, it was Cooper Rush. Yeah, there's
Cooper
there's
Rush.
not an N in Cooper or Rush, but he had a nice game, and there's an N in that. So
I was thinking of the N in Danucci. That's what it was. I just said, hey, and there's one in Ben, so F off, man. Just F off.
who's Ben?
Ben Danucci, the guy,
Oh,
the
that's his. Okay,
backup.
I can't even tell you. Yeah, but yeah, Cooper Rush. There you go. Had a nice
Cooper
game.
Rush.
His
Yeah,
parents were super stoked about it. So anyway, moving on, because the
talking about some.
Cowboys look like they've gotten it together again. But it's a week by week, thing in the NFL. We'll be talking about something else next week. Rams will come out and drop 50 on whoever they play next week, probably. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I did like how Arians tore into everybody via press conference, Brady included, after that loss.
I didn't see it.
I mean, it was. I think it was needed, man. I mean, I think it was just needed. I think he's. I think they'll figure it out. Will they win another Super Bowl? I don't know about that, but I think they'll get it figured out and at least head into the postseason if they can stay healthy. Head into the postseason with things relatively clicking.
See, I'm sure the Rams are gonna beat the crap out of whoever they play next, because pretty sure they have a bye week this week. So they get 2 weeks to. Oh, they'll play the Packers next, so that should be a good one.
Yeah, that'll be 2 weeks from Sunday, or a
Yep,
week from
Thanksgiving.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday after Thanksgiving
Nice.
should be
Yeah,
good. Good
that'll be
times.
fun to watch. Circle that one, but
Circle it on your calendar
circle it.
if you still have a calendar on your wall.
You can mark. You can use a little markup thing on your phone. Maybe you screenshot it. I don't know.
Sure.
or just remember it when you check your fantasy. Oh, they're playing. Yeah, okay, cool. If I'm still interested in fantasy by then, we'll see what happens.
God, I hope I am.
Yeah,
Chances
I mean,
aren't
we're pretty
looking
much
good.
done. I mean, all I can think is just wanting to like play spoiler. I've had those years, and this is one of them where I'm just playing
Yeah.
spoiler. All right, whose season can I screw up? And then that's how I stay motivated for it. But nothing else pops off for at the moment. It might, later. But so college, Georgia still looks like Georgia. number
Yeah,
one team
Georgia
in the
looks pretty
country.
good. Yeah. They did
Oklahoma
finally get
finally
scored on
lost.
though in the first quarter. So
Yeah, it was a rivalry game, but
it was bound to happen. I mean,
and they, I don't know, it was all
then they took
Georgia.
care of business after
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it was.
There goes the cord again. Wow, it came out hard this time. Did you see that?
No.
I need to play back that. Yeah, it stepped right on that dude. Ripped that dude right out of my ear. That was awesome. But yeah, Georgia's the team to beat, clearly. They still got Alabama at number
Pretty good.
2,
Yeah.
who Arkansas has this week, so that should be fun. It's in
Sure.
Tuscaloosa, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it should be fun for at least a quarter or two.
Maybe. I mean,
Maybe.
it wasn't fun in any quarter against Georgia and Auburn. So
True. Very true. And then who we got it? Who was it? Oregon's at 3 and everybody's favorite, the Ohio State Buckeyes at 4.
yeah. Of course, that one will take care of itself. The
Yeah,
Big
that
Ten.
one will. And then maybe Michigan can actually beat them for once. Maybe that'll get them into the playoff picture.
Yeah, I would pick Ohio State, but it can happen.
Well, yeah. I mean, Harbaugh ain't beat them yet, so I mean, why would you choose them?
Yeah, but it's I mean, it can happen, but kind of crazy to think Harbaugh has yet to beat them. I mean, I looked at his record the other day. It's not that impressive.
No, he should definitely switch to something else besides khakis. I mean, it's not working.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing all right this year, but it's been a longer turnaround than expected, for sure, and by Michigan standards, for sure.
Yeah.
But so it's Cincinnati's where 6 probably 5.
Yeah, sitting right there at 5.
Oklahoma finally got beat. You knew they were going to lose to somebody. You shouldn't know when it was going to happen. They had too many close calls all year. You just knew it was bound to happen. Baylor, right? Yeah.
Yep, Baylor.
And you know that Baylor quarterback, he's from Arkansas. Gary Bohannon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about him. I was like, man, I know I've heard that name plenty of times. And yeah.
Yeah, from Earl, Arkansas.
Yep. It's pretty good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good for him.
Yep.
Although he's been there forever, right? I mean, because Bielema's people were the ones that were recruiting him, but they recruited him like super late. It was like a last minute thing,
Okay, I don't
and that's why he was
remember
like,
what
"No, I'm going to Baylor."
what year it was.
But if Bielema was there, it was clearly a while ago. So I guess Gary Bohannon is like a 12-year senior or something. But yeah, not literally everyone. Feels
I
like
don't
it
know,
though.
yeah, seen a article somewhere last weekend. It was talking about some like 34-year-old senior that was still on the football team. I wish I could
That's
remember what. Yeah, exactly.
That's an old
He
dude.
might have been 36. It was something old. Yeah. It's like, yeah, you won't be catching me out there.
No, my football playing days are
Yeah,
done.
it's done. Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, I'm good on taking any more hits.
Hmm.
Uh, but wow, that's really old. For I mean, you got some football players that do that, but that are pro football players, but they're pros. I mean, like this is my job, and they're obviously great at it.
They have other professionals, helping them take care of their body year round.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, done with this one. While we're at it, shout out to our sponsor, Rhino Races. Visit rhinoraces.com for details. Rhino Races is a virtual running series that you can do anytime, anywhere upon sign up. Choose your race or choose all at once. Sign up, run your race or races whenever you choose. Track it with your fitness app or favorite device, watch, etc., fitness watch. Submit your results via screenshot on their submissions page. Receive your reward by mail. Visit rhinoraces.com for details. And yeah, still, yeah, I guess I got to bring the Frosty back. We're ever going to hear from them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, may do that next week. We'll see what happens. But so college, nothing new really. Arkansas has to go to Alabama. Arkansas sitting at 7-3. That's a hell of a turnaround for Sam Pittman and his boys. We're gonna give our home state a little love here, but go
If you
from
had told
three
me
and
we'd been, won 7 games, I'd probably slap you before the season started.
yeah, well, yeah, 3-7. Go from 3-7 to now 7-3. What a turnaround! KJ's had a hell of a year. Like 17 touchdowns to 3 picks, I think it is.
Hmm.
I believe that's what it is. And running the ball, just I don't know. They're up there in the rankings as far as rushing, but they got a stable of guys that do it, just depending on what they see defensively. But they've had a hell of a year, and well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't see them winning Saturday, but they could easily be sitting at 8-4 by the end of the season. Because I would think that it's a rivalry game, so you never know what's going to happen. But I would think they'll come out on top with, against Missouri. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's quite a turnaround for Pittman. Who's the SEC Coach of the Year? I mean, it's got to be Kirby Smart, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who you gonna pick besides Kirby Smart? It's got to be him. I mean, yeah, you could say Lane, you could say Pittman, but then you're giving Kirby Smart the Jordan treatment. Like we're not going to give it to him because he's clearly the best or coaching the best. Like you're punishing him for. I don't want to say he's great, but you're punishing him for having a great team. Still a little early on that for Kirby Smart, although he's done a hell of a job there at Georgia.
Yeah.
So, but it's got to be Kirby Smart. Well, if you got to vote, who you going with?
I go Kirby.
Yeah. Okay, then who's two? Who's 2 and 3?
Man, probably. I don't know. Probably Lane and Pittman. I don't know. Would you put Pittman ahead of Lane just because of the recruiting?
No, I'd put Lane up there. I'd put Lane over him just because he won the head to head. But I would go Smart, Lane, Pittman. I'm giving Saban the Jordan treatment there, just because. I mean, yeah, you're sitting at 9-1, but yeah, like Lane and Pittman are building, and they're building it fairly quick, And also,
Yeah.
how about Mississippi State? I mean, they're the most impressive 6-4 team.
Yeah, I was about to say, man, you could toss in Leach in there for sure. I think.
I mean, that quarterback is just blowing up the record books.
Will Rogers.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sophomore.
Cool quarterback name, I think.
I mean, it's a gunslinger name.
Yeah, gunslinger name.
It's a gun. I mean, it fits him. So he was destined to do this apparently.
And hell, they're passing more than anybody else in the country. So
Well, they're always going to do that.
yeah,
Mike Leach is just going to do that. That's his thing.
Mm-hmm.
But that air raid, but they're winning. That's the thing. They're winning games, and they're winning big games. They're not, I haven't looked at their schedule. I know they lost to lost to Arkansas. I don't know what their other 4 are, but I mean they're winning some
They've
big games. I didn't think they would beat Auburn, and
no. Of course, it helps whenever the quarterback breaks his ankle, but hell, they were already out of it by the time that happened, anyways.
who broke
And
their ankle?
man, Nix.
Bo Nix broke his ankle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah, I
that'll have
mean,
a
but
lot to do with it.
but I mean, hell, he didn't get benched until late in the fourth. But he probably, I mean, he injured it and he kept playing. I mean, he showed some heart, but yeah, I mean, as you keep playing on it, it's just going to stiffen up even more. And after they just finally pulled him once they didn't have a shot to win it at the end.
Well, and Bo runs around. That's the thing. You
Yeah.
take that away from him. He's not the same quarterback. It's like KJ when he hurt his knee. You know, he's not going to be the
Wasn't the
same
same
guy.
guy. Yeah.
He's not. He's not the same quarterback. If you play him as a strictly drop back guy, you're going to have success against him as a defense. What makes
Oh
Bo
yeah.
Nix and KJ dangerous is their ability to run. Like that's what.
And not easily tackled.
Yeah, and if you take that, you take the running away from them, they're not the same quarterback. They're not as effective. KJ doesn't have many turnovers because his receivers can create separation based on just the dual threat. It's like, okay, well, if we do this, if we drop back into coverage, he's just going to run. I mean, this is elementary stuff, but football is kind of a simple game if you really just think about it. Like, if we just, focus strictly on the passing, we can prevent him from being as successful at it. We got to focus on the run too. Guys are going to get open. And that's why KJ's had such a high completion percentage and touchdown interception ratio. He's not the same guy if you take that away, that running ability. So he's had a hell of a year for Arkansas. I'm proud of him as a player. But sucks for Bo Nix. I mean, I would rip on Bo Nix a lot just because he got a lot of hype as a freshman, a true freshman. We had to hear true freshman Bo Nix every time he took a snap, and I just got annoyed by it. And I just got to where I was like, I'm just gonna not root for the guy just for that. But so now I call him true sophomore Bo Nix, true junior Bo Nix, and I'll call him true senior Bo Nix. But
You know, his daddy also played quarterback for Auburn.
I think we all know. Yeah, I think if not, I'm reminded all the time.
Oh man.
But I mean, announcers do that. They get fixated on a story, and then they just kind of beat that story into you. It's like when South Carolina was really good at baseball, and during the World Series, I think it was just when all the teams were there, still pretty early on. There's this kid named Tanner English, and I'll never forget his name, just because the announcers talked about how much of a treat it was to watch him run bases. And when he got on, then the announcers like, "Ladies and gentlemen," he was like, "Folks, get ready for a treat." And just talking about his ability to run bases, and I was like, and that's what they did like the whole series. I was like, man, this is like, I mean, just announcers do that. They get fixated on a story, and then they just roll with it and pile on, and I don't know, and I get annoyed by it. So sometimes I take it out on the player like it's their fault, like it's Bo Nix's fault that he's true freshman Bo Nix every time he drops back or takes a snap. But comes with territory. My 2 cents. That's what really grinds my gears. Well, mildly grinds my gears. Enough for me to rip on it.
What else happened? Let's see. So Ole Miss, yeah, they beat A&M. Guess that's good for something.
I'd say I was surprised a little bit by that, just because of how A&M had gotten it together and were starting to roll. But I can't say I was that surprised by it. And it was a good game, so unlike they blew them out.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch any of that one. Yeah, not at all.
But I saw the score. I mean, it was going on the same time as the Arkansas LSU game, wasn't
Yeah,
it? So
I believe so.
yeah, so and my nephew's birthday party was going on. Happy birthday, Caden. So it was I was
Yeah, I can.
focusing on the Arkansas game.
Yeah, I
But I
can
kept
only
an eye on the
watch so
score.
many games on my phone at once, which is just one. So it was the Hog game.
Yeah, we were at Margie, so it was on the TV, and that was having to be streamed from uh Aaron, my brother's wife's phone. So it was, otherwise we wouldn't have gotten to see the game. But what are the big one? What's the big one in the SEC this week? I don't think we can say Arkansas,
Uh,
Alabama, just because I don't expect Arkansas to do
no.
anything.
I mean, an entertaining one will probably be the Auburn South Carolina game. Other than that, it looks like a bunch of playing some nobodies. Georgia's got Charleston Southern, Kentucky's playing New Mexico State, A&M's playing Prairie View A&M.
Hey, another
Uh,
battle of the A&Ms. Look at that.
yeah. And Mississippi State is playing Tennessee State. Oh, Missouri, Florida. That
I mean,
that
that
I
could
don't
be a
know.
good
Maybe
game. It's not, two good teams, but pretty comparable as far as skill level.
Tennessee, South Alabama, and Ole Miss, Vandy,
So a lot of bad
LSU, and
games.
LSU and Louisiana Monroe. So yeah, it might be Hogs Bama. Freaking
I mean, I guess it's got to be right, but and that's LSU is at the bottom of the West. Like the West is so stacked again, and LSU is at the bottom of it.
God. When's the last time that happened?
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute, but
Let's see, who are the we have Michigan, Ohio State. That'll be a good one this weekend.
yeah, that'll be a good one.
But it's at Ohio State, and they're a 19-point favorite. Dang. But it
Yeah,
should be fun still.
I'm a little surprised at that spread though.
Clemson is a favorite against number 10 Wake Forest.
That could be. I mean, that could be a good one. I mean, Clemson's sitting at seven
It's
and
at
three.
Clemson. Yeah, it's at Clemson. So
Yeah, it's not like Clemson's a bad team. I mean, sitting at
no,
7-3, they're
you
not what
can't be a
they
bad
have
team.
been.
You're stocked full of 5 stars. Yeah,
Well, they're not
there's
what we've been accustomed
no.
to.
They're having a little bit of growing pains. Yeah, but
But but their growing pains are 7-3, like not bad,
mm,
right?
yeah, we're doing
But
backflips here. Seven
all right,
and
seven
three.
and three. Let's get Pittman a statue. Let's get him a
Yeah,
statue. I mean,
man, there's not really. Yeah, there's gonna have to be some other surprising matchups because other than that, the only other ranked matchup is Oregon versus Utah. That's it.
something. Yeah, it's college football. Something crazy will happen, but
Yeah.
we don't know what. How's UCLA doing? Chip over there. I mean, they started off looking good, and then they dropped a game as soon as they started to get noticed. So
Talking about football.
yeah, they're doing pretty well in they're doing pretty well in basketball so far. So
Oh man,
you're like, I have no idea.
no clue, man.
Well, they're not in the top 25, so must not be that well.
Let's see.
There's like a billion polls on the ESPN app.
hmm
Just give me the one that matters. College football play. Arkansas is at 21.
They're 5-5.
Yeah, it's not worth getting excited about. UT San Antonio's 10-0. They're right
Oh
behind
yeah,
Arkansas.
are they Roadrunners?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. But we've got I mean that's the thing. Like Notre Dame is going to finish the year with one loss probably, and Cincinnati's still going to be on the outside looking in. Are you like if you're Cincinnati though, and you go to a big bowl game, not a college football playoff game, and you win it? Do you pull a UCF and claim yourself as national champions? Go get rings and
No, I don't
everything.
think anyone should pull a UCF and claim themselves as a national championship.
I kind of like the flex though. I respect the flex.
I mean,
It's
guess
like saying it's.
I
I mean,
can
it's
I
like
can buy
saying
I can buy a
they didn't want
costume and
none. Like they didn't want none. We finished the year
but
undefeated. Nobody beat us.
but
We're the champions.
but it's also like buying an astronaut costume and claiming that you're indeed a astronaut. Like,
Not really. I feel like because they at least won all the games. Like you gotta, I think, get to space a little bit.
well, it's still in my eyes, it's still pretend.
Even if you like, I don't know. I don't know I know space a little bit, but I know nothing about flying into space. But even if you just like went up a little ways and came back down, you can still say you're like, yeah, I'm an astronaut, just like
Now that's called being a pilot.
if you just fly up
Yeah,
there
if you
like
just
a
go up a
little
little
bit,
bit of ways and come back down, that's a pilot
that's a pilot.
or a passenger.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm just saying if I were them, would I be mad if like they like got me a ring that said 15-0 national champions? Would I be like, I'm not gonna wear this. Like, we didn't really win it. I would rock that thing.
Yeah, and so you can tell all your grandkids that you're the whatever 2017. When did they do that shit?
I don't know, but that's the
You
thing.
get
And
well, anyways, you're going to tell your grandkids that hey, we're the 2018 national championships, and your grandkids are going to go, oh, really, Grandpa? They're going to pull it up on whatever the hell device that they're using at that time and go, oh no, you're not. Alabama is, or whoever the hell won it that year.
but pretty much every college football team can do that. Arkansas claims to be national champions in '63, and
But we've got
Alabama
stuff.
technically, and
But
Alabama won
now
it
we
that
have it.
year.
Yeah, but now we have everything in place so that doesn't happen.
And Alabama's claimed national championships that weren't even theirs too. So I mean, they were national champions, but that's back when like 6 people could win the national championship.
Yes.
So why not UCF? So if I'm UCF, I'm like, I'm doing that too. For
Now,
you
if it was
guys.
back in the BCS, yeah, sure. Yeah, if you want to claim that you had it, or claim yourself as being it, yeah. But no, to not even make the playoff, and yeah,
I'm not
it's
saying it's right. I'm just saying if I'm them, am I doing it? And you're like, no, we're not doing that. See me, I would personally
I'm
not
getting
do
a
it.
ring saying whatever conference or division or whatever champs. I'm not getting a ring that says national champions.
Yeah, if you want to get them a ring for going undefeated, do that. Just be like 15-0, whatever, but undefeated season. Call it that. But yeah, I'm with you on that. But it's funny to me seeing that
Oh yeah,
national
yeah.
national champions there on the home side of their bleachers. Pretty funny flex. But
Oh man,
what else you gonna do in Orlando? It's not like there's anything else to do in Orlando, right?
go to Universal Studios.
Well, it was a joke. Of course, there's stuff to do.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been to Orlando. Maybe one day.
You never been to Orlando?
No.
Oh, well, I went when I went to Disney World.
Oh,
It was great. It was so much fun.
I
I'm not
bet it
gonna lie.
was. Yeah.
Amazing.
So your parents loved you, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I cried when we had to come back. Like we were like 2 days out from coming back, and I was already crying.
Dang.
So much I loved it. I was like, I don't understand why we can't just stay here. Being a stupid little kid,
Yeah, yeah, I've heard it's awesome.
And
But
my dad was filming the whole thing. Like it's on a
awesome.
tape. Yeah, it's on a tape somewhere. My brother's doing this dumb like dance with a goofy hat on. My mom's like cheering it on, just being a full on mom. And his move consisted of like doing this and then like waving at the camera every 4 seconds. Like that was his dance routine for that song.
The
Still beat what
dance
I
number.
was. They still beat what I was doing on camera, which was running by crying and trying not to be filmed. And of course, my dad like followed me with the camera.
Yeah.
I mean, it was funny. I don't blame him. But yeah, man, Disney World's a banging place. But saw Barstool had a poll recently though, talking about weird, like it was a bracket of the weirdest people on earth. Like LeBron was in there, Mark Zuckerberg, and another another one was adult adult people who love Disney, adults who love Disney. And I was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, they
Hey,
belong in there. It's
hey, we
the
got him. Our friend Zach. He went on a honeymoon one time there, didn't they? Uh,
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't remember. But I mean, Disney would be fun to go to as an adult. Now, my sister is one of those people. She tries to go like every year, and but I mean, they've like, I mean, Disney is it's not just for kids. Like, there's like a around the world like drinking tour thing,
Yeah, oh yeah, I've heard it's great,
and
and you
they've
can
got
spend a
like
lot of money.
they've got like the Princess of Wine half marathon run thing.
Yeah,
It's
I bet
like,
you're. I bet Mary can freak some people out since she's about the same size as some of them kids.
yeah, yeah, it's yeah, but her hair's gotten really long, by the way. It looks good, like, not knocking it, it looks really good. I don't think
What,
it's
you say
cool.
she got long hair?
Yeah, like, super long. Um, but yeah, my sister's one of those people, just one of those adult Disney lover people, but she's weird, so it fits right in there. So, I don't remember there was, like, a 1 through 16 ranking and everything, I don't remember where they fell into it. Zuckerberg was obviously number 1 in the ranking, or the seating, but, yeah, adult people who love Disney definitely belong in there. What's the last like actual Disney movie you saw? And I don't mean like something put on by Disney.
That's gonna be easy. Star Wars,
Yeah. I mean
or
like
one of the
a
Marvel movies.
yeah,
Talking
I
about
mean
like it's classic.
yeah,
Uh,
like cartoon, something with a cartoon.
it's my niece loves the Hawaiian one.
Like Moana or something.
Yeah,
The Rock is like the big
yeah,
Samoan
yeah.
guy.
It's the one with the rock. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I
that's
think
the one.
that's
That's the
it.
last one. Like,
Never
dude,
saw it.
she gets pumped. Like whatever catchy ass song that comes on, she as soon as she hears it, she just starts sprinting around their little kitchen island, and yeah, and
In a
starts,
circle.
oh yeah,
All right,
and
right
just
on.
trying to sing the song as much as a 2 year old can. Uh, but yeah, apparently it's pretty good stuff for yeah for kids.
Can't tell you the last one I saw. Kind of bugs me now. I don't know, it shouldn't bug me, but it kind of does. What's your favorite Disney movie? Can't believe we're talking about this. What's your favorite Disney movie?
Mine, Aladdin.
Mhm. Yeah, I think that's
That's just, man, came out right at the right age for us. I mean, that was the shit.
see, mine was always like a tie between
They even brought
Lion King and Aladdin.
ah yeah, dude, Lion King was awesome because yeah, I always remember my grandma taking us to go see it. But yeah, Aladdin, man, they brought that in. They brought that into the school and showed it to us in the cafeteria. Remember that?
Aladdin was lit. Yeah,
Yeah,
Aladdin's 1A
dude.
or
But yeah,
1B.
yeah, man. I don't know, dude. It's a pretty tough matchup.
But if you're gonna make me pick one, if I have to pick one, because I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna. It's a tough. Um, I'm also gonna go with Aladdin, just because the Mufasa dying is just too much of a stinger. I get like anxious when it comes up and I know it's coming.
Mm.
And it just so I'll go with Aladdin just for that. Just
Dude, you
because
got the genie magic carpet. Yeah, it's
and it had to
all good
happen.
stuff.
Like
All
it
good
had to
stuff.
happen in the movie to make Simba want to come back and kick his ass when he found out what happened, But
Mm.
and he had to have a reason to like be banned, to never come back. So storyline it fit. It made perfect sense. Didn't mean I like enjoy watching it again and again. So
Mm.
I'll give Aladdin the nod just for that. And Jasmine was hot. So and magic carpets and stuff. Hey, person over the cubicle.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's more than one person here. I can't make out who it is, but
So
whatever.
y'all working late, huh?
No, I think, man, it's just we're doing a potluck for Thanksgiving tomorrow. So there's people bringing in stuff and making sure everything's ready to go tomorrow. I think we're deep frying like 4 turkeys and got a couple of hams and all the good stuff.
Well, nice. They fed us for free at lunch at work yesterday. I had to pay for it today though. So
Well, dang.
still have my discount though. There's one lady at the counter though. She usually serves food, but sometimes she'll be the cashier, and I don't like it when she's the cashier because she only gives me a little discount on the last thing she enters, which is always some stupid vegetable that's super cheap. So I save like
Thanks for that
six.
2 cents.
So it's like 16 cents I save on my discount. I'm like, oh, I'm glad I work here and get this awesome 16-cent discount. Like I think it, I don't say it, but like I full on mumble a little bit and then like go because I don't know. It would just be mean to feel like it would be mean to say something about it, although I'd be kind of within my right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a tricky situation, and I know, and I cringe because I know I'm not going to do anything about it. Like when it, like I know it's going to happen. I know she's not going to give me the discount for the expensive entree. She's going to give me the discount for the green beans or whatever veggie, you know. So I know it. I'm like, oh, I'm just not going to say. I'm just not going to say. I'm just automatically. I know that, so I'm walk up to the. Here we go. I'm about to pay too much for this food, so. And it's still cheaper than anything else, you can go out and get, but it's still annoying. Didn't have that problem today though. So
Ugh.
yeah, it's getting to be that late, huh?
It's pretty late. I don't even know how long we've been doing this.
Weeks wise or time wise today?
It's just today.
I don't know. We've been on for about an hour and a half, I would say.
Have we even come
Pretty decent little
close to
podcast.
covering everything?
Well, not
Like,
everything. We can't get to everything.
well, no, but
Like, we got stuff to do, people. Like we're still in what he's
and
still at work. I'm still in
and
work
we give you
attire.
all this extra bonus content about Disney and all this
Yeah,
other
you
stuff.
can't get
So
this
you
shit
can't,
anywhere else. Where
at
else
least
you
not
gonna
all at
find this?
once.
Yeah, only here and maybe amongst your friends, whatever weird shit y'all talk about. But
True.
yeah, you can't get this crap anywhere else. Don't know that you would want it, but here you're getting it anyway. So two bald guys with facial hair. Speaking of, I'm looking beard's looking very red.
Yeah,
It's lighting. So I know my dad's my dad.
not the milkman.
No. I don't think we ever had a milkman though. I don't think we had those in Lone Oak.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But which they finished the year 8-3, decent year.
Yeah, same where they got put out uh last week.
They had a tough draw. They had a home game, but they were playing the three. There was I think they were both 3 seeds,
Hmm.
and but the 3 seed they played Ashdown was in the same conference as like the last two state champions. like Arkadelphia and Nashville or something. So that's not it's not like a real 3 seed that you're playing. So they had a pretty tough draw there, but I don't know. They got a pretty good like sophomore quarterback from what I hear. So good for them,
Mm.
I reckon. But
Is Dougie still the coach?
no, he resigned after like a really bad start. Like
Oh, okay. Well, at least it was a record and not the usual Lone Oak resignation stuff.
yeah, that's
No,
yeah. It's usually
no, he
something
just sucked
far
at his
worse than that.
job. No big deal.
Yeah, he
It's
just
like-
yeah, he just wasn't he just wasn't winning shit. So yeah.
oh
It's good to
man,
it's good to lose your gig for something normal, right?
yeah.
But okay, well, and then in typical Lone Oak fashion, they went and hired from within,
Oh,
like
nice.
that coaching staff.
Yeah.
So that made sense, right? Just because the guy was buddies with the AD slash principal. I think it was the same thing, same guy. But no, I met this dude, like the guy they currently have, who's not the guy that they hired from within.
No.
I think he's like a Northwest Arkansas guy. Like I want to say he's from like around somewhere in Northwest Arkansas. I can't remember where. I want to say like Prairie Grove or something, but I don't think that's right. But I saw him. I met him at Guatney. We're both getting an oil change, and he's just decked out in Lone Oak gear because they got like the new. They've got the like. Is it North Dakota State? That's the
South Dakota
Jackrabbits.
State.
South Dakota State. Well, they've got the same logo.
Yeah, I was fixing to say it's about time. I mean, there's only two freaking Jackrabbit mascots to have the same logo.
Yeah,
Make it easy
and
on everybody.
that's the coolest one. Like, I mean, South
Oh
Dakota
yeah.
State's is lit. I mean, it's
Yeah.
super freaking lit. Like Lone Oak's helmets are cool as hell now because
Yeah.
they got that on one side and it's like purple and like a chrome streak down the middle. Like it's pretty freaking dope. Beats the shit out of those corny all white helmets we had to wear with
Oh
just
yeah.
LHS on the sides. The
Yeah. Yeah.
lamest freaking helmets ever.
Yeah. They were
But they're
pretty dang lame. Yeah, I worked with a guy. He graduated from South Dakota State, so every now and then he'll wear his Jackrabbit alumni stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, Jackrabbit.
yeah, like yeah,
I'm a Jackrabbit too.
yeah.
Just
Been a long time,
nowhere
but
near that one.
yeah, yeah. Well, ours didn't look like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. He seemed like a pretty cool dude. Because I just saw him, I was like, "Is that Lone Oak?" Because I knew the answer, but I guess it was just my way of confirming it. And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I'm from there." He's like, "Oh, I'm the head coach there." I was like, "Cool." And then we just naturally started talking about it. He invited me to come play at the alumni game like later that year, or it was like 2 months later. I was like, "Yeah, I'll think about it."
So you do an alumni game?
Yeah, like Jeremy Brown, our quarterback. He's
Yeah.
the offensive coordinator there. He's his offensive coordinator.
Hmm.
So yeah, but
Crazy. I didn't know that.
yeah, JB was supposed to. He was like, "I'll tell
So is it
JB
flag
to."
football?
Is it
Surely they
flag?
don't fully suit up and go out there and play the
No,
football.
it was definitely like flag or touch or something. No, I wouldn't have put pads on. Yeah, I don't know that I would have gone anyway, but I was like, if he like actually reaches out to me about it, then I'll consider it. But he never reached out to me, so
No.
and then I just forgot about it. But anyway, so they did get a new scoreboard.
Cool.
I mean, it was only about a
To say so. They definitely got the upgrade from whatever one that they had from like 1960 that we
essentially,
had.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think BB still has their same ancient scoreboard. Everything else is new, pretty
Yeah.
much in that. Like they got a huge upgrade to their facilities because I went and ran there a lot over the summer, but because it was quieter. But yeah, Lono getting a little Jackrabbit's getting a little love on the podcast. What's up, y'all? All right, what other bullshit are we not touching on? Or not shooting the shit about? What are you doing?
NHL,
Okay, we'll close.
yeah,
We'll close with
we're not
this.
doing anything on NHL tonight.
On what?
Hockey.
Oh, is it playoff hockey or something? We're from Arkansas, people. We don't know a lot about
The
hockey.
season, yeah, no.
I know the Blackhawks are good sometimes, but they're not this year because their coach got fired. So I know that much. My buddy Greg is a big Avalanche fan, which is real. He's got like the most random teams he roots for. He's a Ravens fan, a Cardinals fan, and an Avalanche fan, and a Spurs fan. How does that happen?
I don't know.
It's like, how does that happen?
Just really like the logos.
I mean, maybe so, yeah. But I think he's got like a weird tie to all of them, but it's very random and unique, I guess you could say. But we'll close with this. What's going on next weekend, and what are you and I doing next weekend? What are our weekend plans? We kind of covered the games coming up, so what are we doing over
this
the
week,
weekend?
over this weekend,
Yes. Now, what did
uh
we do? What are we doing this weekend?
what are we doing? I am driving up to
mention.
Tulsa and gonna take my nephew out to go see the new Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, I don't know how that one's going to be. I mean, I guess you'll find out. You'll have to get back with me on that. But
I'm sure it'll be better than the last one.
yeah, I didn't see that, but I heard a lot of bad things.
Yeah, I watched about
It's contagious.
10 to 15 minutes of it, I think, over somebody's house. But yeah, it's just bits and pieces. And yeah, from what I've seen, I wasn't too impressed.
Yeah. Well, I think that I don't know the last movie I saw in the theater. I literally couldn't tell you the last movie I saw in the theater. Saw the new Halloween movie on Peacock. So, friend of mine had it, streamed it on Peacock. So that's how I watched that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Damn, I can't remember the last movie I seen in the theater either.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much streaming now. I mean, why would you? Why would you go? Why would you go be around a bunch of loud, annoying people
and pay quadruple the price for
there's
snacks.
always that one asshole on their phone or talking to their friend or being loud or talking on the phone. I don't know. I want to watch the movie. Like, shut the hell up, you know. At home, I don't have that problem. So
Nope.
Plus, I'm in my recliner. I can get them to take a piss whenever, get a drink whenever I need to. Yeah, make it without missing it. Makes sense. Just watch it at home. Movie theaters are going to eventually be a thing in the past. There's a reason AMC had Nicole Kidman come do a commercial about talking about, oh, the theater experience, you know. So, because they're starting to lose money. I mean, they're not going to go broke overnight, but it's the start of what's coming. So, well, Little Rock Marathon, that was rescheduled for March is this weekend, so I'll be doing that on Sunday. So
okay, so you're running a marathon and I'm gonna watch a movie. Cool.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
We'll both watch some sports in between. The football games I see will be the afternoon games though on Sunday. So because I won't be done running until about 1 o'clock. And then I'm gonna walk into the State House Convention Center after I get my medal. I'm gonna grab some bananas and stuff and 2 Michelob Ultras and chug them and then chill for a bit and then bounce.
So you got it planned out then.
Oh yeah, tradition at this point. So, but all right. So episode 7, Shoe Booty Sports. That's it.
Till next time.
Till next time. It'll be episode 8 then. We're out.
Man.
Cheat thick. There we go. There's a stop button.